Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the FN509 midsize. The FN509 is one of the pistols that came as a result of the military requesting a new sidearm for the XM17 project. During the testing, FN did also survey law enforcement to get their input on the sidearm. Although, as many of you guys probably already know, FN did not win the new pistol contract. SIG was the winner of that one. Start with, it is a 4-inch barrel. Overall length is 7.4 inches. Height is 5.2 inches. And it has a magazine capacity of 15 rounds in free states, 10 rounds in the other. It is 1.35 inches thick at its thickest point, and it weighs about 1.6 pounds. Alright, so let's go ahead and just take a look now. Starting from the barrel, you'll see we do have front slide serrations. We have a nice steel front sight post. This is not the RMR cut version, so you will see there's no cuts from RMR here. Moving back, we do have rear slide serrations, and again, a steel rear sight. Moving down here, we have our back strap. These are removable. They may look a little bit aggressive. They are not. They don't feel as aggressive as they look. Although we do have some nice, I guess, pyramiding right here, pyramids right here. These are very grippy and very nice, with a little bit of texturing up here. This part reminds me very much of the, the Smith & Wesson M&P model 2, I guess it would be the correct term. Right here we have a great magazine release. You see there's these cutouts right here. I'll bring it up closer. We have this cutout right here for the magazine release. And I was kind of skeptical when I first started playing with it, but it does seem to work very well when you have a full grip on the gun. I was worried that this might get hit because it does stick out pretty far, but this cutout, some magical way, does seem to help with that. It is ambi for people that care. We have ambi both, right and left. Jumping back over here for just a second before I forget to mention it, we do have a nice Picatinny rail. Very happy to see the Picatinny rail. In 2021, there's really no reason to have an accessory rail Glock. It's nice to have the proper Picatinny rail. So we'll go ahead and take a look right here now. We have your kind of your the front strap, I guess would be the proper term. Pretty aggressive. Does sit in the hand pretty nicely. I wouldn't mind if it was more aggressive. I feel like this is more on the side, is more aggressive than the front. Personally, I would love to see this pattern all across here. But some people might not like that. I just like a rougher grip. Other side, we have basically the same thing. You see our slide release on this side and this side, so we have ambi slide release. Just so you guys do know, this gun is clear. So as you see right here, you have a pretty good grip. This is a duty size handgun, so you're looking at about the size of a Glock 19. But you do have a pretty good grip here. I will show you with a magazine. This is live ammo, so this is for demonstration purposes only. Clicks right in there. I do have a nice little lip here, so you can rip that mag out. But with a full mag, as you see, you can get that pinky all the way on there, or mostly on there. I have pretty large hands, so even that, I wouldn't mind it even being a little bit longer than that. Go ahead and remove that. And show that we're clear still. Yep. So we have the trigger here is the blade style, or I guess not the blade style, I'm not sure the proper term. The non-blade going through the middle. I guess the pinned trigger. I know some people don't like that. I know a lot of people didn't like it when Smith & Wesson did that. I've never personally cared either way. Either way, it's still a plastic trigger to me. I'm not the biggest fan of plastic triggers. But for this one, this one's not a bad trigger. It does weigh, I think the trigger pull on this is about 6 pounds according to FN. From my testing, it's closer to 6.5 to 7. So I don't know if that'll change over time. I'd say this gun has maybe 500 rounds through it now, and it doesn't seem to have changed. I do know the slide release works a lot better now after putting those 500 rounds through it. That was a little stiff in the beginning. Go ahead and break this gun down, show you how you would do a field strip to it. Gonna go ahead and lock it back. Take our thumb, pull this down. And this is pretty stiff. It's actually stiffer than a lot of other guns with the same kind of lever setup. I know when I first got this thing would not budge. Almost, I mean, you had to really put some force on it to get this thing to move. And it had some trouble getting the slide off. So even when you would drop it, the slide would kind of get hung up and stuck. That seems to have mostly gone away as the gun has been fired more and more. So as you see, it does drop, pull the trigger, and so it does catch there we go. So it does seem to catch a little more than some. You know, I don't think that's a big deal. At least as of now, it hasn't caused any problems. As you see, this gun does need to be cleaned. A little bit of oil, a little bit of grease. But go ahead and we will remove our recoil spring. Maybe. There we go. So it is a captured, what's that, steel, I believe. Oh, no, I think that's plastic. So I believe that's plastic. If I'm wrong, definitely correct me down in the comments. But I believe that's a plastic rod. So there's that. Go ahead and pull our barrel. Again, this is a 4-inch barrel. Hammer forged, all that good stuff. All the stuff you would expect to find on a FN pistol. But that's how you field strip it, just like every other modern polymer handgun. Go ahead and put it back together. And obviously this, I don't know if I said before, but this is captured, just like you would expect it to be in a modern handgun. If we can get it to go back in its spot. There we go. Just lock it back. Close that. I'll go ahead and show you the reset on the trigger. So it's not terribly long. Definitely longer than I would like, but it's workable. It's definitely it will work. You can go ahead and hear the trigger. Okay. So overall, for a kind of one pistol to do everything, you don't want to do anything. You just want to buy the pistol and be done with it. This might be the best option. You're looking at right around $550 at the time of filming. You have replaceable back straps. You have a good grip. It holds 15 rounds. You get steel sights. I would have liked to see night sights from the factory. I'm sure that is an option. Supposedly I think these are the night sights that if you leave them in the sun, they'll collect sunlight and then reflect for a while. I would have liked to see proper night sights from the factory. They do make a tactical version as well that do have suppressor height night sights already in them, as well as a spot for an RMR. This does not. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the market in 2021 for a kind of a do-it-all handgun, and you're looking at, you've got your, you've got this, you've got, your standard kind of Glock 19. You've got your lower end, you've got your Taurus, G3C maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not super familiar with Tauruses. Of kind of what you have in the market right now for a double stack, duty size handgun, without going up to your H&Ks and spending, $700-800, this is potentially the best option out there. there's a caveat to that I will mention. Thanks to a military arms channel and I believe Mr. Guns and Gear, they've done some testing and they do find the trigger hydro locks. And basically that's just where water gets in front of the firing pin. The firing pin, when you pull the trigger, can't push that water out of the way. So it causes either no primer strike or a light primer strike, causing the round not to go off. If you guys haven't seen Military Arms Channel testing going through the gauntlet, I'll put a link in the description. I highly recommend it. I can't imagine if you found this video, you haven't already seen his video, but if not, I'll definitely put a link to it for you guys. Would I carry this gun? Probably not. It's just not the gun for me. It definitely has a place in my safe. I like the, I do like polymer frame guns. It's in the right caliber for a polymer frame gun, but it's just not for me. I prefer normally a hammer. I actually kind of like something a little heavier. I don't know if you guys seen my EDC video. That's back when I was running the Glock. That has since changed. I've moved back to what I was carrying, but we'll show you guys that another time. That's really irrelevant to this video. Just to say that this is a fantastic gun. Not the gun I would personally carry every day, but I see a lot of reasons why people would. Alright, so that has been the look at the 509 pistol from FN. I do appreciate you guys watching the video. If you did like the video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and I will catch you guys next time.
Stabby, Phil.